Why is now the best time to become an Instagram manager? Because with 2020 and COVID and everything, there's more and more businesses moving to the online space. Even if before they didn't have a social media presence, now it's a must. Also, more and more people starting online businesses, and they need to have a presence on social media, especially Instagram, because nowadays Instagram is acting more like a mini website, a showcase of your business, your expertise, your authority. It's not like a real social media anymore. It's becoming more and more of a showcase of your business. Like, for example, the first thing you do when you discover a new restaurant or a new beauty salon, you want to go and check their Instagram, right? Or is it only me? It's not only me. And let's be honest, Instagram today, it's much different than a year ago, even a month ago. There is so many changes, algorithm updates, everything is different now. And honestly, business owners cannot even keep up with the changes. Now, what does an Instagram manager do on the day-to-day job? As I said, having an online presence, a social media presence, it's a must for businesses, especially their Instagram page, because you have so many businesses for which the ideal client or ideal audience is on Instagram only and not on other social media platforms. So as a beginning, you don't even need to offer full social media services. You can just be an Instagram manager, because also being an expert in one thing will get you more income and more clients than being just a generalist in a lot of things. Let me assure you that you have nothing to worry about if you're a beginner, if that's the case, because you have so many new businesses happy to collaborate with new Instagram managers, because like this you can grow together. Now keep in mind that everything you learn here, you will start to implement it on a new Instagram account for yourself, and you will start to see firsthand how it works, what works, and also how to use that to your advantage to showcase your results. Even if you don't have a previous client result, you're gonna have your own account as a testimonial. So do not let yourself think you have no experience and you're not gonna get new clients. You are your own first client, and you can show your own results, your own analytics, your own growth, your own caption skills, hashtag skills, graphic skills. Everything you do now for your new Instagram account is gonna be your testimonial. So do not start right now, right away. We're gonna start it together. We're gonna have a workbook about that as well. As an Instagram manager, your job is to manage some parts or all of your clients' Instagram account. Here's a list of things that you are expected to cover. Writing captions, although maybe not always it will be asked from you. Monitoring DMs and comments. Hashtag research and implementation. I'm gonna have a hashtag bank for you. I got you. Creating graphics on Canva, which is a lifesaver. It's a free platform. It's a lifesaver. Planning out their feed layout, so maybe matching their branding, showing them how it will look in advance. Interacting with other accounts. This is very important for growth. I have a checklist for you. Warming up their leads or potential clients. This is important. It's going to give you a leg up from other Instagram managers. You're going to be creating stories, creating content, graphics, scheduling content and posting content, and some other things your client can ask you that you can decide to accept that or not. Now, there is another thing that gives you a leg up as an Instagram manager. You are offering your clients to attract clients for them, make them more money on their own business down the line, even if it's just giving them more free time to have on their business. So you get them to have more time on their business to get their own clients and get more money on their business, so you get them the free time that they need to work on their own clients, their own business. You need to start and do this thing first on your own account. So you set up your account in the right way first, you attract your own clients first, and then you can see and showcase and really do this for other people, which will be your clients. It's a big advantage that you are starting right now, because you are seeing at the current moment, with the current algorithm, the current trends, what is working, and you gotta do that for your clients. Now, the next thing I need you to do is to set up your own account the right way with a profile photo, name, bio. We will talk in detail about all of this section when we get to the Instagram strategy lesson. So for now, just go ahead, create a new Instagram account, set it up as a business account, and think about all of these elements before starting with a bio statement and everything else, because we're gonna discuss that in more details. You ready, superstar? See you on the next lesson. Hey superstar, thank you for being here. It's amazing to see you've decided to invest in yourself, your future, your knowledge, your freedom by taking action and by taking this course that will get you started as an Instagram manager. So in this course, you will be super clear on which steps to take. I will guide you one by one. So you will go from 0 to a superstar Instagram manager ready to work with cool clients, maybe working from your phone, your computer, by the side of the pool, in your bed, in your couch, whatever lifestyle you want to have, this kind of job will match it perfectly. Here I will guide you step by step. I will be with you, and together we will start with your business account. We will decide what kind of content to post, how to attract clients with it. We will go over the checklist, the workbooks. We will attract clients, get into calls with clients, have scripts on how to deal client calls, client objections, have some workflows on how to deal after a client accepts to work with you. Everything you need to do with your clients. We will talk a little bit about client retention. I will go over some frequently asked questions from previous students, so you will be taken care with this course. I'm so happy to help you in this journey, and I'm so proud of you for taking action and becoming your own boss, having some freedom, becoming your best version, taking charge of your future, of your profession, of your entrepreneurship journey. I will guide you, and I will appreciate all of your feedbacks. So I would be super happy if you have questions to go on the forums, ask those questions publicly. I will take care to answer them as quickly as possible. I will appreciate all honest feedback for this course, for anything else that I can add to it that can give you more value and more help, and I can't wait to start. Now, before we even start, let me share some background and a little bit more about me. So I'm Ina, I'm Albanian. I come from a small country. Like I said, Albania is very small and almost nobody knows it. It's right in the Mediterranean next to Italy and Greece. I have a master's in translation. I do speak many languages, between them Italian, English and Spanish. I did move to Paris. It's like 5 years I live in Paris. I was lucky to work for a big American company here in Paris, so I worked in English. I never needed French, quite frankly. Going back to 2017, I had started to work on my personal brand, growing my Instagram, traveling, writing on my travel blog, so that I was also cultivating my passion, because I've always been a creative spirit. So being in this kind of business, working with other people and loving marketing, you need to be a bit of a creative person and love helping people. Now, how does everything connect with each other? 2020. COVID happened, and although many bad things happened with COVID, for some of us it was an eye-opening experience, because I had to change working from the office and do my job from home. The management changed. My job description changed all of a sudden. So I had new boss, new job. Although payment didn't change, promotion was not there. I was just working from home, doing everything that someone else wanted, and just being a number for them. It was a big company, but I was a number. I was not making a difference. I was not feeling important. Connecting everything with my love for social media, for Instagram, for creativity, I started to further my knowledge into marketing. I started to really set some foundation and decide that I wanted to do something with it. So I got certified in digital marketing from Wharton, University of Pennsylvania. It's actually just a fancy online course that basically teaches you how to manage somebody else's big business, not how to just manage your own small business. Anyway, you don't need that. You're gonna have me sharing and explaining everything you need to know to become an Instagram manager. It took me some years. It took me business coaches and business courses, marketing courses and self-development courses. It took me years to see the path, to see the structure. There is a line that you can follow, and I'm gonna take you with me in this journey, so you don't have to waste time, waste money, waste resources just to become an Instagram manager and get to the point that I am today. I have my own schedule. I can work from my phone, I can work from my laptop, I can work when I'm in the train, I can work when I'm at home, I can work when I'm on holidays. It's basically matching my lifestyle, and it will do the same for you. You ready, superstar? See you on the next lesson. Why is now the best time to become an Instagram manager? Because with 2020 and COVID and everything, there's more and more businesses moving to the online space. Even if before they didn't have a social media presence, now it's a must. Also, more and more people starting online businesses, and they need to have a presence on social media, especially Instagram. Because nowadays, Instagram is acting more like a mini website, a showcase of your business, your expertise, your authority. It's not like a real social media anymore. It's becoming more and more of a showcase of your business. Like, for example, the first thing you do when you discover a new restaurant or a new beauty salon, you want to go and check their Instagram, right? Or is it only me? It's not only me. And let's be honest, Instagram today, it's much different than a year ago, even a month ago. There is so many changes, algorithm updates, everything is different now. And honestly, business owners cannot even keep up with the changes. Now, what does an Instagram manager do on the day-to-day job? As I said, having an online presence, a social media presence, it's a must for businesses, especially their Instagram page, because you have so many businesses for which the ideal client or ideal audience is on Instagram only and not on other social media platforms. So as a beginning, you don't even need to offer full social media services. You can just be an Instagram manager, because also being an expert in one thing will get you more income and more clients than being just a generalist in a lot of things. Let me assure you that you have nothing to worry about if you're a beginner, if that's the case, because you have so many new businesses happy to collaborate with new Instagram managers, because like this you can grow together. Now keep in mind that everything you learn here, you will start to implement it on a new Instagram account for yourself, and you will start to see firsthand how it works, what works, and also how to use that to your advantage to showcase your results. Even if you don't have a previous client result, you're gonna have your own account as a testimonial. So do not let yourself think you have no experience and you're not gonna get new clients. You are your own first client, and you can show your own results, your own analytics, your own growth, your own caption skills, hashtag skills, graphic skills. Everything you do now for your new Instagram account is gonna be your testimonial. So do not start right now, right away. We're gonna start it together. We're gonna have a workbook about that as well. As an Instagram manager, your job is to manage some parts or all of your clients' Instagram account. Here's a list of things that you are expected to cover. Writing captions, although maybe not always it will be asked from you. Monitoring DMs and comments. Hashtag research and implementation. I'm gonna have a hashtag bank for you, I got you. Creating graphics on Canva, which is a lifesaver. It's a free platform, it's a lifesaver. Planning out their feed layout, so maybe matching their branding, showing them how it will look in advance. Interacting with other accounts, this is very important for growth. I have a checklist for you. Warming up their leads or potential clients. This is important. It's gonna give you a leg up from other Instagram managers. You're gonna be creating stories, creating content, graphics, scheduling content and posting content, and some other things your client can ask you that you can decide to accept that or not. Now there is another thing that gives you a leg up as an Instagram manager. You are offering your clients to attract clients for them, make them more money on their own business down the line, even if it's just giving them more free time to have on their business. So you get them to have more time on their business to get their own clients and get more money on their business, so you get them the free time that they need to work on their own clients, their own business. You need to start and do this thing first on your own account. So you set up your account in the right way first, you attract your own clients first, and then you can see and showcase and really do this for other people, which will be your clients. It's a big advantage that you are starting right now, because you are seeing at the current moment, with the current algorithm, the current trends, what is working, and you gotta do that for your clients. Now the next thing I need you to do is to set up your own account the right way, with a profile photo, name, bio. We will talk in detail about all of this section when we get to the Instagram strategy lesson. So for now, just go ahead, create a new Instagram account, set it up as a business account, and think about all of these elements before starting with a bio statement and everything else, because we're gonna discuss that in more details. You ready, superstar? See you on the next lesson. Hey, congratulations for coming this far. I'm so proud of you for sticking with me. Now, in this lesson, we will talk all about Instagram, my favorite part. So we will go over the features, the strategies, how to set up an Instagram account properly, how to use the features to your advantage to attract clients. And keep in mind, every time I say your account, it also means your client's account, because they are one and the same in this context. Everything I'm sharing with you will work for your new client's account. Now let's start with the Instagram bio statement or the bio strategy. What I mean by bio is not only the phrase that you put there, but it's also your profile picture, your name, your statement, and the link in bio. This is one of the most important parts for you to attract more leads to your business, for you to turn every visitor of your page into a potential follower or a potential client. You need to create a super clear bio in order for every visitor of your page to understand immediately what this account is about and how can you help them. As I said, your bio is not only the descriptive text, it's also your profile photo, name and category, niche statement, link in bio, and the highlights. So let's go through each of these these and my recommendation for them one by one. Your profile photo is very, very important because it's one of the first things that the visitors will see, and they can also see it without even seeing your name or your bio. For example, the search bar on the storyline, they can only see your profile photo. So it's very important for that to pop out. How to make it pop out is by maybe wearing a bright color or having a background with a bright color. Also, I would recommend for you to have your face in it, looking probably straight, having maybe neck and up or body and up. But it's very important for it to be seen and understood, because imagine people were going to go and see it through a very small screen in the phone. Now the next part is your name. Make sure to have one or more keywords on your name. And I mean the name line, not the username. Instead of your personal or business name, you need to use some kind of keyword, because that will also allow you to show up in search. Try to avoid abbreviations or words that you have created or come up with, even if it's your business name, as your clients will be looking for words like Instagram expert or marketing strategy instead of example Ina Media, which is my business name. And also try to avoid slang like biz instead of business. Now, as we know, Instagram is not the best in search or SEO, but you need to take advantage of every opportunity you have to get yourself discovered. Now, the next part is your niche category. That will not change anything regarding to your clients, but it will change the way Instagram is treating your account. You can choose between entrepreneur, business services, social media marketing, so the choice is yours. I do highly recommend for you to have a business account, but if you're gonna go with a creator account, at least you choose entrepreneur or you choose something that shows Instagram what kind of account you are. Now, one of the issues of having a business account is that for some accounts, Instagram is not giving you full music library with a trending music. I have seen some accounts that are on business, but as entrepreneurs, they have access on the trending music, the cool music library. So if you really want to go for the cool music, you go as business under entrepreneur, just make some tests and see. Let's talk about the niche statement. Now, the average person, the average visitor who's gonna go and check your page has basically 3 seconds to see and decide if this account is helpful for them and why they should follow you. This is what you need to do to maximize your bio statement. There are basically 3 questions that you need to answer on your bio statement. You need to start by saying who you are. For example, hey, I'm Ina, or I'm a student, I'm a mom, I'm a marketer. Then you go with what you offer. I'm an Instagram manager, I'm a marketer, I'm a social media manager. Then you say, who are you helping? For example, I'm an Instagram manager for health coaches, I'm an Instagram manager for photographers, for real estate. After that, you're gonna have a call to action. You're gonna ask them to take an action so they feel spoken to. Let me give you some examples for call to action on your bio statement. DM me for a quote, DM me if you need more help, book a free call with me. Like this, you are directing the visitors to where you want and to where you expect them. Now, last but not least are your Instagram highlights. This is definitely something you need to use to your advantage. All the information and the value that you are sharing on stories, you can save it on your highlights. You also need to have at least 4 highlight sections, including about me, sharing a bit more about you and your story, your services, some testimonials or results, which can be even your own results, and some top tips. This is a great way for new followers and potential clients to jump there and get to know you better before even talking to you. You can make the highlight covers in Canva, which is a free platform, or you can just take a screenshot of a color in your branding and use it as a cover. Bam, easy as that. Now let's talk about Instagram stories and how powerful they are to turn visitors and your followers into potential leads for your Instagram managing business. Instagram, it's a platform that is always changing, and I try to inform my followers about engagement boosting tips or the new hacks, new updates over my stories. Now, the best advice I can give you is to keep a 60% of stories related to your business and services, and another 40% as a personal content, maybe behind the scenes or a day in your life. What are business related related stories. It's the content to direct them to your other posts or other content. Maybe you have a YouTube or you have a downloadable or a freebie or whatever. It's also content that makes them ask to book a call with you. For example, you can create a mini training series on your stories that you don't usually share on your feed. You can share social proof, analytics, testimonials. You can ask questions that serve you to understand better your audience, and the outbound DM strategy, asking them to DM you for a specific question or request or help. Now, the goal here is to create opportunities for your followers and your leads to contact you, to get in direct chat with you or in a call with you so that you can turn them into your client. The personal branding stories include some behind the scenes, which can be something quite simple like your desk, your view. You can make a time lapse. You can share your thoughts, your ideas over text. You can show more about you as a person or what you like. You can just share a day in your life. And the goal here is to connect with them on a personal level and help them understand why they are choosing to hire you and not someone else. There might be a lot of Instagram managers out there, but they feel more related to you. So why? Help them understand that. Now, I have a quick tip for you. If you're gonna be speaking our stories, keep in mind that most of people might not be able to turn up the volume or just don't turn up the volume. So put the text to summarize some of what you're saying, and like that you keep them more in your story and they will understand what you're saying. Hey superstar, how do you feel so far? I'm super excited. You're sticking with it, you're here, you're serious. I'm so proud of you. And I'm gonna share some gold tips right now. We're gonna go over the Instagram caption formula. Get ready to have your mind blown. Now, luckily, the area of the long captions is gone. Thank God. Here is how you can leverage your posts and your captions to your advantage using this three-part caption strategy. Now, you start with a hook, you give the juicy information, and you end it up with a call to action. And for this, I have a caption bank. I have templates for you can use for yourself and your clients. It's basically fill in the blank captions that you can use for different type of business goals, different type of niches. I got you. I told you, I have everything for you. Something extra you can do for your captions is to have a second call to action. Yeah, you heard it. Not everyone does that. They stop at the double tap if you agree or comment below, but you can still have that, but also add a second call to action that's evergreen and will direct them to your services. You can use the PS formula. So you have your caption with the hook, the juicy information because you need to deliver on the hook. You have a call to action that is giving you an immediate engagement like double tap or comment or ask a question or DM me. But you can also have a PS. If you want more help with this, DM me with Instagram and I will give you my free guide or I will give you a free call. So this will be there forever. So for the same piece of content, you have this second call to action, and that is the goal, to always direct interested people towards your services. Now, here are some examples of the hook part. You can start your caption by saying what Instagram experts do not tell you, bad Instagram advice you have been following so far. Did you hear Instagram is changing? This is why you need an Instagram manager, and you explain why. Now, the body of the content should give up the tips and advice you are supposed to give. You need to stay true to the hook. With the body of the caption, you tell them what they are actually doing wrong and what they are supposed to be doing. With a first call to action, you have a purpose to get some immediate engagement boost, like I said, a comment or share or likes. With a second call to action, you create a long-term lead generation from the same piece of content. That's just genius if you ask me. In this section, we will talk about Instagram Reels, how to use them to increase the reach of your account, and what are some of the best practices for you to get noticed on Reels. The goal here is for you to start incorporating Reels to your account, to your clients' accounts as an algorithm boosting component. They are easy to create for yourself, but also for your clients, because you can show them something similar. You can send them an inspiration for what you want them to perform. You can give them some prompts, some inspiration. You can explain, I need you to say this and that, or they can just film themselves doing something, a daily activity, and they don't even need to talk, and send you the video, and you can just add the text on top of it. Because I have many students saying that it's so difficult to make reels for my clients. It doesn't have to be that difficult. They can just share some type of activity behind the scene, any type of action that they're taking or they're doing without even speaking, without saying anything. They can even film their office, their results, their products, their before and afters, and you can be the one adding the text on top of the video. So you just need maybe to convince them to get in front of the camera. And if they don't want to get in front of the camera, you can ask if they allow you to make some videos instead of them, or if you can use other videos as inspiration into their account. So it's all about communication and asking the right questions, but we will get to that part. Now let me share another tip with you from experience. As you might already know, the Reels and the TikTok are somehow the same, so you can create them in one platform and use it on the other. Because honestly, TikTok will also help you grow your own Instagram. Now you can start doing this for yourself and see if you like it and where do you want to create. Is it easier for you to create on TikTok and then use it on Reels? Is it easy to create on Reels, save it and use it on TikTok? So you can just take advantage of both of them and see if TikTok is helping you grow your Instagram, get a hang of it, get used to it, and then you can propose it to your clients and see if they want to have a TikTok account, because that's huge nowadays. Here are some of the best practices how you can approach Reels. You can position yourself as an expert. You share what mistakes they are making, what myths they believe that they should not. You can inspire, share transformation, what did you learn from an experience, or you can connect in a personal level. You can build authority. You share what you're doing that is working great for you. You can motivate and encourage. And you can use this so your followers feel more related to you. You can motivate them to do something. You can motivate them to really get what they want. And this can be huge. In this section, we're gonna cover everything about hashtag strategy and hashtag research. Truth be told, since the algorithm updates and with 2022, hashtags are not as important as they used to be, but they are still very important keywords that will get you discovered. So in this section, you will learn everything you need to know, how to use hashtag in your advantage to get you discovered, to get you more reach, and to get introduced into the social conversation of Instagram, so to get you found. I will also provide you with the right way to do hashtag research for every type of niche, and there is a hashtag bank just for you, which you can select, copy and paste and use for different kind of niches. The objective here is to optimize your posts even more, so to use the right keywords into your content. Now, one of the big changes that came with the 2022 update is that it was confirmed the hashtags should be added right after the caption and not in the comments. Keep in mind that you cannot rely only on hashtags to grow on Instagram. Unfortunately, they are not as important as they used to be. Now, think of hashtags, there's keywords that will help you get found, but the success of your post, it will depend on many different elements like your content, your active followers, the time of the posting, and the Instagram algorithm. This is why not every post goes viral every single time, and not every strategy will work on every account. Now, some best hashtag practices. Let's start with the selection. Try to avoid the large hashtags with over 1 or 2 million posts on them, because that is super competitive and your post will never get found there. They're also attracting a lot of bot accounts. You don't want that, believe me. You should also avoid very low reach hashtags with less than 10k posts on them, because it will give you little to zero visibility. Now, another note. Avoid the spammy hashtags. They will also attract bots and might get your account deactivated. So completely avoid follow for follow, like for like, follow back. They are quite spammy and quite harmful for you. Let's talk quantity. Even with a new update, Instagram still does allow the use of up to 30 hashtags, although they advise the use of 3 to 5. Go figure, right? I work with different client accounts and I see that not all the profiles are yet updated to the new algorithm. So for some of them, it still works better with 20-25 hashtags. For some, only 3 will do the trick. You can try both strategies a few times and see which one performs better. Now I have a pro tip for you. Try posting 5 hashtags in the caption and another 10-15 hashtags in the comments. They should always be relating to the post and the niche that you're in. Keep most of your hashtags less than 500,000, 800,000 posts per hashtag, and a few with around 1 million posts per hashtag. Regarding the rotation, you can reuse some of the niche hashtags for your account, like Instagram marketing or social media manager or Instagram manager, but try to never copy and paste a full block in every post. Just make a mix of those you use and rotate between them. Research. There are a few ways to do hashtag research. Start with a big hashtag on the search bar and see related hashtags that are showing up on the search bar. This is better to be done on the computer, where you can see more details and also the number of posts in them. Another way you can do that is competitor research, so you can identify some accounts that are your competitors or that are a bit bigger but not much bigger than you, and see what hashtags are they using for what kind of posts. Now, you don't need to go and copy all of them. You can get inspired, you can use a few of them, see what is working for them, like which posts are getting more engagement with what hashtags, and make a list of them and use them. And there are some paid platforms like IQ Hashtags that do that for you, and they give you the list of the hashtags that your competitors are using, which you can use for your clients if they are up for it. You can definitely use that for your clients' competitors, but I don't know of any free platform that does that, so let me know if there are some free ones. Let me know, I want to know. As I mentioned, your girl got you. I'm gonna share with you a guide how to do hashtag research, and I'm also gonna give you my hashtag bank. It's a list of highly curated and engaged hashtags for different niches that you can pick, select, and make some hashtag groups to use for your content. Oh wow, that was a lot to cover. I am so proud of you for being here and just following everything through. Take your time, relax, go over the lessons we had so far. Don't be afraid to just check them once and twice and 3 times. For today, you go over the attachments that you have for this lesson, the guides that we mentioned, and try to get a bit more accustomed with some competitor accounts to see how they approach different content, to see what is working better for them. And get ready, because with the next lesson, we're gonna go over step by step how to set your account for success. Hey superstar, we just went through a lot of strategy and information so far. I'm so proud of you. Just take your time to process everything. Please do not try and implement everything at once. Keep in mind that the more you practice, the easier it will become, the faster you will become, and the easier it will get for you to understand how to use the strategies to reach your goals and your clients' goals. Now, the goal of this lesson is to teach you and show you step by step how to set your own Instagram account ready for success and become a superstar Instagram manager. Keep in mind that some of the logic here will also be used every time you need to set up a new account for your clients. So now you're starting with your own account, but then you're gonna get the hang of it and you're gonna become much more confident to start new clients' accounts. Attached with this lesson, you have the Set Up Your Account for Success Instagram Manager Workbook, where I have listed everything step by step for you to go and start your own business account. This is so exciting! In the previous lesson, we discussed the Instagram bio and niche statement strategies, plus the other elements that you should also keep in mind for setting up your account. This is the part of the course dedicated only to your account as an Instagram manager, where you will learn how to create your Instagram business account step by step, set up properly these key elements, create an attractive bio and niche statement, set up the right call to action for your goals, create the highlights for client attraction, start posting as an Instagram manager, yay, exciting, start engaging with other accounts. Basically, this is a very, very important homework for you. If you have not done that so far, if you waited for this moment, this is the moment. So the next steps for you are here. Follow the workbook for setting up your new Instagram account and keep in mind what we discussed in this lesson and previous lessons. Start thinking about your first 9 to 12 posts. As a start, you can have 1 post per day until you get to 9 to 12 posts. You gotta start to post daily on stories, even just a simple question with a poll. It's gonna be important for you to start being active. You need to post a minimum of 3 times a week on your feed after your first 9 posts. You start by introducing yourself on your first post. You share your passions, your values, the goals for this account. After your first 9 to 12 posts, only then you can start engaging with other accounts daily. I'm gonna have a checklist for you. Keep in mind, you need to engage only with those accounts in a niche that you've decided to work with, or those specific accounts you want to work with. And you gotta follow the daily engagement checklist, which is attached here. Yes, you heard it right. You have another daily checklist and you have other checklists in this lesson. My God, you're getting so many resources here. You're learning how Instagram works when you have a business and when you want to attract clients. This is also the logic of what you're gonna be doing for your clients. So you're learning firsthand. This is a golden experience. So enjoy every step. You should already feel a superstar. You're a superstar. You're gonna be an amazing Instagram manager. So excited for you to start now thinking about your posts, thinking about your content, and thinking about attracting clients. I'm gonna see you on the other side. Hello again and welcome to this lesson. You've been getting a general idea so far, and in this lesson I want to go a bit more specific on what is a niche exactly and the importance of starting small at first, starting down a narrow lane in order to amplify your efforts and in order to attract even more people being niched down. In this lesson you will learn what is a niche, how to find the niche that you want to work with, which are some profitable niches you can work with, why it is important to go narrow, at least at first, identify your ideal client and how to use this to your advantage. Also create content with the ideal client in mind, because the better you know who you serve, the better you can sell your services. Never forget about that. In order to attract clients to you, it would help to choose a specific niche or industry or category that you like to work with, that inspires you, at least as a start, because you can always change and rebrand along the way. So prioritize working with industries that you like or you have some more knowledge or experience on them, because this will give you an advantage. For example, if you maybe used to be a photographer, you can now become an Instagram manager for photographers and help them because you have a lot more knowledge. Me, I used to be a coach, a social media coach, and now I help coaches with Instagram because I know the coaching industry a bit better than other industries. Now here are some niches that you can start to work with. You always have the coaching industry. You can choose life coaches, business coaches, nutritionists, fitness, health coaches. So the narrower you go, not only coaches, but if you just choose also a subcategory of coaches, is even better. You can go for photographers, food photographers, wedding photographers, portrait photographers. You can go for real estate agencies, for interior designer, restaurant, food bloggers, wedding professionals, beauty salons, hairstylists, web designers, brand developers, and on and on and on. So there are huge categories and you can go and find the subcategory of that to become even more narrow. Now about niching down, I see a lot of my students being worried that if they say they are an Instagram manager for life coaches, that they will turn away or other people will not hire them. To be honest, this does attract even more people because in the end, you don't need to say no to a brand that approaches and you don't need to keep away other industries. If they will ask you for your advice or your help, you are more than welcome to help them if you feel like you can really help them. So you also need to be ethical about that. Don't forget. We do have some homework. I have the ideal client avatar workbook. You will need to start thinking about a niche or an industry that you would like to start working, and you will need to start creating an ideal client in mind because this will help you so much down this path. Download that workbook, Ideal Client Avatar Workbook. Start filling out the answers as precise as you can. Do not worry, do not stress. Take some time to think about everything, and then I will see you on the next lesson. In this lesson, you will learn about content strategy, creating content that converts page visitors to clients or potential clients. You will learn the difference between free content and paid content. Also, how to maximize your efforts when creating for yourself or your clients. The content that converts strategy. The goal here is for you to understand the converting content system and start creating content that attracts attracts potential clients and starts to build up the demand for your services or client services for that matter. So let's start with explaining what you should not be doing. If the content that you share does not lead visitors to either contact you, send you a DM, book a call with you, follow you, then this is not converting anyone into a client. If you share content that is completely unrelated to your business, like sharing food or plant photography or animal pictures when you are an Instagram manager, this will not bring you clients. On the other side, if you share a lot of explanatory content with an advanced level, people that are checking your page might not even be at that level, so they might not even know what the content strategy is or how online marketing is working. They might take some of your advice that you're sharing on your profile, they might try to implement it, they might do it the wrong way, they might not see any of the result that they expected or that you said that they should get, and they might end up thinking that your advice is not good, so you might end up losing a potential client. So you need to be very careful with how much free information you share with your content. What to do instead? The type of content you need to share as an Instagram manager is mainly educational. So with the goal to help your audience understand why they need you, why they need an Instagram manager, and how you can help them. Always directing them to book a call with you, to send you a DM, so in order to get more information and get in touch with you personally. You can also share personal content to connect with them on a personal level, as they will hire you to run their business account, so they'll need to see who you are. They need to start liking and trusting you. The type of content that is helping them understand why they need you will be listing some of the mistakes that they are making on Instagram, debunking some of the myths in your niche or industry, sharing some top tips that your audience does not even know they need, maybe addressing their objections, their obstacles, building your authority and credibility. For example, you share a testimonial or a client result, or you share your own results, which is a very good way. Now the goal is to help them understand what they are missing, what they are doing wrong, and like this they can immediately feel they need your services. So the basic concept here is that with free content that you're sharing, either your carousel posts, your reels, your videos, your lives, your stories, everything that you share for free, you explain the what. So basically what they need to do or start doing. With your paid services, you promote the how. So basically how you do it. So in a way, with the content that you're sharing, you are saying, I'm showing you what I know, I'm showing you what you need, and I can implement these strategies for you if you hire me. So basically you do this without even saying it. You let them get to the conclusion by themselves. Now let's talk about content research, or basically inspiration about what to share. When you are stuck and you need more ideas to create new content, you can just create a few Instagram stories with stickers asking your visitors to drop their questions. You can make a series of polls or quizzes. You can check some niche blogs and see what questions they are answering. You can check DMs, people that are asking you questions, and answer them through your content. You can join business groups, entrepreneur groups on Facebook. You can join forums and see what questions they ask about Instagram and about maybe engagement or client attraction. You can check a very nice website which is Ask the Public that will give you idea of questions that you might answer with your content. You can get inspired from the official Instagram page. So basically what they share, the updates and everything, you can reshare it in your own way, recreate it. Do not copy, you just get inspired and you recreate. Also, you can do this from big Instagram accounts that share Instagram tips. You can get inspired and recreate in your own way. Now let's talk about content type or pillars. For your client, most of your clients will fall under these content types of pillars, which are educational, entertaining, personal, motivational, or inspiring. I have made a 30-day content calendar for you, which I will attach to this course. And this will help you get started the right way. So you'll have ideas for 30 days in a row what to post and what kind of pillars to create. Let's make it clearer with an exercise. For example, for a wedding photographer account, which content pillar you think you should focus on? Is it entertaining? Now, that's not the most necessary here. This is why communication with your client, especially clarifying their goals on the first call, is very, very, very important. Because if your client, who is a photographer, wants to attract more photography clients, the goal is different. But if they want to have more photography students, the goal is completely different. So to attract more clients, they need to focus on showcasing their work as much as possible. So show behind the scenes, show editing results, show before and afters, show photo poses ideas. So mostly inspirational for future couples to hire them. If they are giving photography classes and they want more students, the educational content is more important here. So maybe sharing camera types, lens options, angles, how to use the light, the editing tools, etc., etc. So you see how important it is to discuss with your clients about their business goals, not only Instagram goals. Because knowing who you need to attract for your client will make it so much easier for you to go and find these people and interact with these people for your client. Now a second example. Let's say you are working with a health coach account. So where should the focus be? If the goal is to attract more clients for their health coaching program, but they also want to grow the following of the page, the engagement of the page, you need to ask yourself these questions once you know their goals. So who would be interested to follow this health coach account? I will let you think about it for a second. Okay, so people who are trying to get in shape, people who want to hire a health coach, people who are training at home and think about what they want to see. So now that you know, you need to find these people with their account and interact with them. In this case, how do you find these people? It's easy. You go and check people who have been tagging the gyms in the area, the healthy restaurants in the area, people who have been using the hashtags like home workout or getting healthy or healthy food, and also people who follow accounts similar to your client's account. That's a big one here. Basically, the type of clients for you will be a client who has a business goal and they want to attract more leads, more potential clients for their own business. Or you can have someone who just needs you to maintain their account, or someone who needs both. In the case when they just want you to maintain or manage their account, because they don't have the time, maybe they just ask you to do the daily engagement, or maybe they just ask you to monitor comments and DMs. Like that, you can be more focused on what they need to manage the account and not on the client attraction. Keep in mind that even starting small does not mean you will keep staying small. It means that you start building trust and a relationship and they will give you more and more work. So do not worry about that. Now, what about your own business account as an Instagram manager? What content do you think you should focus on? You mostly need to educate. You also need to share some personal content, like these potential clients can see who you are, how do you work, what are your plans, projects, passions, and connect with you. The motivation and entertainment content pillars here are not as important to your own account. Basically, educational and personal are super important to connect with people as an individual, to share your knowledge and expertise, as they will be hiring you and they need to trust you. The goal behind the content that you will be sharing should be to connect with the type of audiences that you are trying to attract. So what is educational content as an Instagram manager? Some topics that you can answer with your own content can be to educate your visitors about the importance of Instagram marketing for business. You can educate on the metrics, the analytics. You can share the difference between impressions and reach, between shares and saves. You can educate them on hashtag research, also on the latest Instagram updates, teach them how to write a perfect bio statement. You can teach them what is a call to action. Here's a tip for you. You can also use everything you learn in this class to share it as education on your own Instagram. You can break down the information you learned here into different pieces. You can start drafting it out for your next posts. Why not? Just try to do it on your own way. Do not copy and paste. You just recreate, get inspired, inspired and get creative. The most important part is to use your account to showcase what you can do for your clients. You show your analytics, you show how you can help businesses save time, and use Instagram to attract more clients. In the upcoming lessons, we will talk about analytics and strategy so that everything will start to fall into place. Now you get a moment to rest, breathe, and think about who you want to work with. If you haven't filled out the ideal client avatar workbook yet, please get on with it because we're gonna have homeworks coming soon. I will see you on the next lesson. The Instagram analytics are the best way to understand who your audience is, when they are most active, and what kind of content they engage the most. So reading and understanding your analytics can help you target the right audience, improve your content strategy, and reach new audiences. Now in this lesson, I will explain what are the metrics and the Instagram analytics, also how to interpret them and use them to your advantage. Now, having your Instagram insights is hugely important for creating a content strategy that drives results for your brand or business, because without it, you're basically working in the dark. Every business has its own unique goals, from growing a follower count to increasing the clicks, conversions, which means that the most important metrics will change in a case-by-case basis. Now, once you've clarified your goals for yourself or for your client, you will be able to get so much more from Instagram analytics because you'll have a clear goal and objective to monitor into the Instagram reporting. How to access Instagram Insights? You can start with the Instagram in-app analytics, which are only available to business or creator profiles. This is one of the main reasons I recommend switching to an Instagram business or creator profile. Now, once you have an Instagram business or creator, you can easily access your analytics through the Insight tab in the Instagram app itself. Start by going to your profile and click the Insight tabs, which will open the analytics for your business or creator profile. Now, once you open your Insight, you will be able to find a lot of metrics and analytics for your posts, your stories, reels, and your audience demographics. Instagram can only show you analytics for the posts and stories that were published after you switched from personal to business or creator. So any post you have made before switching will not show any analytics. This is why you need to switch it even before start posting. How to use Instagram audience analytics. This is a great way to understand who you are talking to, so you can tailor your content strategy and posting times accordingly. Now open the Insight tabs in Instagram, scroll down to your audience. From there, you will be able to see an overview of your follower breakdown for up to 90 days. This includes the follower growth, the overall, the follows and unfollows, the top locations, cities and countries, the age range, the gender, and you have the most active times in hours and days. Regarding follower growth, monitoring your follower growth over time and comparing it with your content strategy is a great way to understand what is working for your account. Now, for example, if you notice a large growth in followers after sharing an Instagram reel, this is a valuable insight that you can use to implement in your future strategy. So what you need to do is share more reels if you want to get more followers. Another key metrics are the top locations. You can also use Instagram Insights to get a better understanding of your audience, so you can get a better idea of your unique best times to post. You can discover where your audience is based as well as when they are more active, which are both valuable indicators. Like this, you can tailor your posting time and schedule. Instagram feed post analytics. There are two different ways to access feed post analytics inside Instagram. The first is through the Insight tab. You scroll down to content you shared, you tap the arrow alongside your recent posts. From there, you can sort up to 2 years of feed posts based on a whole range of metrics. The call button tabs, comments, emails, follows, get directions, impressions, likes, post interaction, profile visits, reach, saves, text button, video views, website tabs. This is a great way to gain a full view of the content that has performed best over a set period of time, which can help to inform you about your strategy. Now, for a more detailed performance overview, you can go on the View Insights beneath a published post. From there, you'll be able to see the main metrics, which include the likes, comments, shares, saves, interactions, discovery, impressions. Each of these metrics provides valuable information for your account. For example, the likes, comments, and shares are a great way to learn what posts encourage engagement for your audience and community. The saves often show what content resonates deeply with your audience, provides inspirations, or has lasting value for them. Now, the website clicks are a strong indicator that your followers are inspired to learn more about your services. Or if you remember, in case you have a call to action that says, click the link in my bio for this and this and this, it means that they are reading, they are listening, and they are taking action. Impressions show how well your post is performing with the Instagram algorithm. For high-performing posts, you take note of where your impressions are coming from, the time of the day of that post, and whether there's any trends that is worth noticing so that you can recreate these posts that are getting more impressions. If you notice a lot of impressions coming in from the hashtags, this means you're into a winning formula for your hashtags. Much like with Instagram feed posts, you can discover Instagram Stories analytics through the Insight tab or by swiping up on a live Instagram story. So you can see that when a story is still live in the 24 hours, not when it's on the highlights or when it's not live anymore. Now, on the Insight tab, scroll down to content you shared and tap the arrow alongside your recent stories. From here, you can sort up to 90 days of stories based on the following metrics: back, call button, email button, exit, follows, next stories, get direction, impressions, link clicks, forward, profile visits, reach, text button, website tab. Reviewing your stories performance is a great way to understand what type of Instagram stories are working best for your account. So you go and recreate those who are working best. For example, you may notice that posts with the highest impression or reach all contain Instagram story stickers, or maybe they contain your face, or maybe they contain you and your cute puppy. This is a sign that this strategy resonates with your audience. For a more detailed performance overview, swipe up on a live story and select the Insight icon on the left-hand side of the screen. Now here you can see interactions, which mean profile visits, impressions, the follows, and the navigation, if they went back, forward, next, or exited. Now you need to pay close attention to the exit metrics, as it can be indicative of where your audience lost interest in your content, and that's something to avoid in the future. Now, the Instagram Reel Analytics are quite a new feature added to the Instagram Insights. To access them, you can open the Instagram Insights menu or open a specific reel and tapping the three-dot icon. Metrics will include the plays, reel interactions, reach, likes, comments, and saves. As we always say, based on your goals, you can always see which reel got more likes, which reel got more comments, which reel got more saves, and based on that, you see if you reach your goal, or you see which kind of reels or which kind of content into reels is getting more interest, and try to recreate those kind of reels or content. The video analytics, just like the Instagram feed post, you can view the performance for up to 2 years worth of the videos. Regarding Instagram live analytics, are available through Instagram Insight tab, where you can see the accounts reach, the peak viewers, comments, and shares. How to track and report on Instagram analytics. As you can see, there are hundreds of Instagram metrics you can track and report, but trying to tackle them all might not be the best use of your time. Now, having a clearer view of your goal, in this case your goal or your client's goal, and the key Instagram metric that you will help achieve, is a more efficient approach. Now, once you clarify your goals, it's worth it to create a report to track your progress in a more effective way. This report can be just a simple spreadsheet where you see which content got more saves, or which got more shares, or which got more likes, depending on the goal that you have. If the goal is to reach new audience, if it's to reach your audience, or if it's to get them to tap the link in your bio. So it depends on your goal. Understanding how your content performs can be a game changer for your content strategy. You need to test out different objectives, play around with your tactics, tweak your content, and see what sticks. The result may really surprise you in a good way. Now, said simply, for every post, you should have a goal. If you want to reach new audiences, you need to focus on getting more reach and shares. If you want to nurture your current audience, you need to generate more saves. The main goal for 2022 will be to increase Instagram engagement, as the organic engagement has gone down a lot. So, if your goal is to get more engagement, more likes, more comments, what is something you can post that will get more comments? This is an exercise for you. I'll give you a second to think about it. Alright, so it's as simple as just asking them to do something, like a vote, comment a choice, a preference, a suggestion, leave an emoji. So what can we do to get the content more seen? You need to be more active on stories, you need to engage with other people's stories and answer your DMs. This will get your content more seen, because those people who are interacting with your stories and DMs will have more chances to see when you get a new post up. Another question: how can we get our own followers to interact more with our content? Well, you interact with them first. Make sure to analyze which of your followers are already engaged with you. You go and follow them back if you're not following them, and interact with them in a recurrent basis, so in a consistent basis. Now, at this point, what does Instagram see from your account? They see that you as an account care about your own audience. You care about them, you interact back with them. So what is going to happen? What's going to happen is that they will increase your engagement. By interactions, I mean likes, comments on their posts, story interaction, replies, even following them, talking to them on the DMs if appropriate, without selling anything, just having a conversation, having a chat, interacting with them. All of these that I mentioned are interactions and will get your post more seen. Now I'm going to have an exercise for you so that you understand more how you can use metrics, how you can set goals for your content, and how you can really read on the metrics and improve your content strategy. So let's say you have a new client. She is a life coach and she's starting a new account for her business. So she wants you to grow her followers, plus to grow her brand awareness, meaning that she wants as many people to know that she's on Instagram and that her page is out there and sharing content. So what would the focus be for her at this point? Does she need more likes, comments, saves, shares, reach, or interactions? Now, for her, it's mainly the reach. She needs to reach as many new people as possible with her content, as she wants more awareness. Also, interacting with other coaches. If you are managing her account, you need to interact with other life coaches and also people who are following life coaches, because this will really grow her engagement. Now, you also need to focus on share. Why, you might ask? What is the logic on the shares? I'll let you a second to think there. The logic of the shares is to reach new people. It means that your content is getting shared to other new people that you have no idea that they exist. So people seeing her post get some kind of value and want to share it with a friend. This means that you will need to create valuable posts. You need to give some kind of value. Now, does she need a nice aesthetic feed, a beautiful Instagram page? Yes, but not necessarily, only if she strictly asks for it. Does she need to follow trends? Yes, some of them, to adapt it to her own niche, because it will make her posts more relatable, but she doesn't need to hop on trend and dance or do something that is not relating to her niche and her own profession. As seen here, your job is to try and understand what people are going to want to see or expect from this account of this life coach. Maybe you can share how did she start as a coach, what inspires her, how does she help her clients, and this is more of a personal branding type of content. So these were some key indicators and some examples in order for you to understand how you can use the metrics to improve your content strategy and to reach your goals. I know that it was a lot to cover. I know that some things you already knew or some things are completely new for you, but the more you practice, the more you will get used to it. Now, if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer specific questions, specific examples, or some kind of situations that you might have some interest on. Okay, superstar? I will see you on the next lesson. Hey superstar, welcome to this lesson. By now you might feel ready to start working with clients. That's the most exciting part. Now the goal here is to teach you how to go from zero with booked out of clients. Also convert some DM conversation and calls to possible clients. Learn how to turn your followers and story viewers into possible clients. How to price yourself and your offers. How to propose your services without being salesy. How to reach your income goals, which is super important, how to send contract, invoices, receive payments, how to handle the #1 objection on sales calls. Are you ready? Let's start. In the beginning, it's going to be common for a client to hire you for a certain aspect of their account and not run the full account. A well-established business will wait to start trusting you before signing you over to do more work for them. So keep in mind, you are running their business, so this is very important for them to trust you. I used to start even with just the daily engagement and I loved it. I have been hired to just do hashtag research, hashtag implementation, maybe even just for scheduling and posting. And slowly we build up to run all the aspects of their account, and they even trusted me with other social media accounts. So these small tasks are a great way to have a foot in the door, to build trust and to grow from there. Just keep in mind, it doesn't always have to be a full takeover of an account. Try to give them different packages with different times of them engaging you, maybe for 6 weeks, maybe for 3 months, maybe for 6 months. 6 weeks should be a minimum of time for them working with you, as it does take some time to get on the good side of the algorithm and for them to see some real results, especially if they're hiring you for engagement growth. Another way to attract them to hire you for a longer time is to offer some discounts for a longer time of engagement. If they book you for 3 months, you can offer them a free week, for example. So you do want to incentivize them somehow to pre-commit for a longer time, as it's also good for your efforts. Because honestly, the most of the work of the research and the efforts are gonna be done on the first 1-2 weeks, and then you're just gonna get in a habit of doing the same things over and over. And at some point, I started to build it to an agency. You can also have some help. You hire an assistant to do some repetitive work, so that longer engagement with the client helps you on the long run. Like this, you can handle even more clients. Because imagine if you start with a new client every 2 weeks, it's exhausting. You need to research a new thing, a new client, about a new goal, time and time again. Regarding the pricing, keep in mind, the better you get at your job, so the more you do certain things, the faster you get to do them. I honestly do not suggest you to get paid by the hour. You do not want to end up with a client that is tracking your time. It took you effort, it took you time, commitment, learning. You are spending to be here, spending your time and your money to be here with this course. So this thing is your investment, and the more you get used with your job, the faster you will do it. But it doesn't mean that it's a less important work. It doesn't mean that your client has to pay you less for it. So try to avoid hourly payments. Try to calculate your time based on what you want to be paid by the end of the month, or you want to be paid monthly. Let's talk a little more about the pricing formula. Now that you are setting up your account for the first time, you have this golden opportunity to track your time and see how long it takes you to create a graphic, how long it takes you to create stories, polls and questions and everything, how long it takes you to make captions, how long it takes you to schedule for a week, how long it takes you to research for a certain topic or to make the hashtag groups and everything. Try to start tracking your time so you have an average idea how long it will take you to run over a full account, to create a full account, how long it will take you to work on certain aspects of an account, and you have an idea. For example, if you have a new client that wants you to take over his new account or start some tasks for them, you know that, okay, for this account it will take me an hour a day, 8 hours a week, or something like that. And then you need to make a calculation how much you want to be paid every week, every month, and everything. So then you divide that by the hours that it will take you to do the work, and then you come up with a pricing point. So your client can pay you by week, can pay you by month. It doesn't have to track your time. You can make a list with everything that you will cover for them, and you can give them a price point about all the services that you are providing. We will also get back to that to discuss about reaching your income goals. So I will go into more details about that. Now let's jump into the DM conversion strategy. The goal for this section is to teach you how to generate more sales through the conversation that you start over DMs. Now here you will learn the difference between the inbound and outbound DM conversation. Also how to set boundaries. The goal is to treat every DM as an opportunity and get more sales through one-on-one conversations. Now in our line of work, when you start sharing growth tips, marketing advice, a lot of people start to see you as an authority in the field, and you will start to get messages asking you for even more free advice. It seems like everybody wants to grow on Instagram, right? Although sometimes it's frustrating, as we already share so much free advice with our content, these messages are not to be missed as an opportunity to get a client. Now, instead of ignoring them and saying like, yeah, I actually do this only for my clients, you can either ask them to send you their questions and say that you will answer them with more free content on your Instagram so other people can also see the answers. And like this, you see, they will come back to your account and see what you're posting, and also serve other people who are checking your Instagram. Like this, you have more ideas to create more free content. Never forget to feel grateful that these people are messaging you specifically to get more help. So they already know you from your content, and they could be a potential client. With the inbound DM strategy, you have someone DMing you directly, so asking you a question and wanting your help. Versus the outbound DM strategy, you have invited people to DM you in your stories, in your bio, in your captions. Let me share with you some of the questions I used to get, and I get a lot on my DMs. Like, how can I grow my Instagram? How can I get to 10K? Back at the time when you used to have the swipe up, how can I get, I want to get a swipe up feature, how can I get a swipe up? Or can you help me grow my Instagram? How can I grow my Instagram? Like basically this is the question I get over and over. In the beginning, I used to have a marketing strategy which was sharing free Instagram audits. I was sharing a lot of free information like what they could improve. I was giving them content strategy, content plans, templates. I could see that they were trying to implement a few things. They were taking one or two pieces of advice and then they were disappearing. You know, to be honest with you, I never saw someone who took my advice on DMs implementing it the right way, because actually they don't have the full background, or I don't have the full background of their stories, their needs, their goals. It's just a quick advice over DMs. So they might take this advice, they might implement it a few times, not as much as it should, or they might implement it the wrong way, and they might think, oh, Ina, she just gave me some BS advice, so her advice is not good, so why should I hire her? And the same thing goes about you. Try not to give very personalized advice when you don't know the full background or you're not working one-on-one with them, because honestly it might make you lose a client. So you can try to explain this in a very kind way, saying that honestly, if I don't know your full background or your goals, or if I don't do the proper research, this advice might not get the result that you are looking for. So try to be honest with that and not lose a client and not lose a follower as well. The difference between someone just trying once or twice to follow some advice and the difference between someone who has a full strategy behind the content is huge. People getting your advice on DMs will try some things that you are suggesting. They will see that it's a lot of work. They need to put down the time. Or once they follow it, they don't do it the right way and they think your advice is not good. They will end up with this impression that you are not good. Instead of ignoring these messages or trying to waste your precious time giving away free advice time and time again, you can ask them a few questions and you can pre-qualify them to see if they are a potential client. Now here are some examples. I'm gonna share a list of some scripts. You can have a DM script and refer to it every time you need, so I'm gonna share that with you. Here are some conversation examples and how to take advantage of these DMs. Hey Ina, can you help me grow my Instagram? Hi, thank you for asking. Why would you want to grow your Instagram? Now they might say, I want to have more followers. I want to have a swipe up, how they used to be asking back in the day. Wow, great. Why do you need more followers? What is your goal? Well, because I want to grow my business, or they might say, I want to sell my t-shirts, I want to sell my products, my candles, I want to sell my services. Okay, I understand, that's cool. So now you are in your line of work, right? Because you do help businesses grow on Instagram. You continue with the conversation. Okay, can you tell me more about your business? They might say, I've just started my fitness coaching business. I want to help more people get healthy, get in shape. Oh wow, you have your own business. That is so exciting. Are you already working with clients? So this last one is very important question, because there you underline the real issue. You need to understand if they need more leads, if they need more clients, if they already have clients, if they want more engagement, if they want more social proof, or if they have the clients but actually they just want someone to manage their Instagram because they don't have the time. No, or they might say, yeah, actually just a few, but not enough for my business. So now you ask something to understand what they think their problem is. So what has been the biggest obstacle for you so far? I don't get any likes on my posts. I think it's my content, or because I don't have enough followers. Hey, I totally understand. Like setting up an Instagram profile properly, sharing content that is gonna build demand for your services, it's very important for business growth. But actually, when you have that set properly, once that is in place, it doesn't matter how many followers you have, because the quality is always over the quantity. Don't you agree? And although this is your area of expertise, you try not to push for a sale. You try not to jump and say, yeah, you can hire me as an Instagram manager, yeah, I can do that for you, or you can hire me. Try not to do that, but you can kindly ask for permission, saying, would you like me to help you with that? Oh yeah, that's great. Now this is exactly what I help my clients with. Would you like to just hop on a free call? It can be a 15-minute call or a 30-minute call. It's gonna depend on you. You can stay for an hour. It's up to you. Would you like to hop on a free call and see if we are a good fit to work together? Now, if they say no, you just say thank you, because they might not be an ideal client. If they say yes, amazing. Can I send you my calendar to book a call? Yeah, great. Here it is. Hey, I booked it. Awesome, I can't wait for your call next week. Let them know that you're gonna follow up. So I will follow up 2 days before the call, just in case anything changes. Try to ask for permission before you're sending any links. Like this, you protect yourself as well, and you are not proposing something that is unwanted. On the other side, when you don't have enough people DMing you and you want more DMs, more leads messaging you, this is how the outbound DM strategy will look like. Something that is also going to relate with the pricing formula that we mentioned before is going to be this juicy part here, like reaching your income goals. It's a numbers game. So let me explain what I mean by that. Regarding the outbound DM strategy, keep in mind, not everybody is going to reply, and that's okay. But the conversion rate, it's gonna be between 2 to 20%, meaning that out of 100 DMs, 2 to 20 of them will be interested to get in a call with you. And that's not bad. You might need to speak to 10 people to be able to convert 1 or 2 of them. If as a start you're charging $400, $500, $600 a month per client, then you decided that you need 3, 4, or 5 clients to keep going, keep in mind that you need to talk with around 40, 50 people a month in order to get 5 clients a month. That means that you need to have around 2 DM conversation a day, like quality conversation. This is why I will always say that quality is over quantity. You do not need 100 conversations on DMs that are superficial and not important with people that are not potential clients, because you're not gonna convert any client. All you need is quality. So by knowing that, you focus to nurture those conversations and create a real connection. Foster these real connections and the work will be a pleasure. Now, after every client you sign, you will start to work faster, you will become more confident, and you can start to increase the prices. Maybe for every new client, you increase 20% of your price for the next client. So if you want to make a 10K month, the famous 10K month, you can get to a point where you start charging 1,000 or 2,000 per client, because you can have a really big important client and you're more confident into the results you can provide for them. And then you know you need 10 clients, 1K each, to get to take 10 months. Or you can focus on really premium clients and having 5 clients that you charge 2K months, or having 3 clients that you charge 3K months. So it's a numbers game. Now, you might be saying having those 10 clients or 20 clients to reach 10K months might be quite a lot to handle, and that's true. You can always predict that and have an assistant to help you, start hiring people to help you, start building an agency with that. As long as you focus on what you want and work for it, the sky is the limit. Soon you're gonna find yourself into discovery calls or sales calls over Zoom with clients. You don't necessarily need to use Zoom, although everybody knows and has Zoom already on phones, on computers. You can use Google Hangouts, Facebook Messenger, even the Instagram video chat. You can use any free tool available at you or the one that your client prefers, called these discovery calls. And these are for those clients or those people interested to work with you and that want to know more about your services. Now, there is usually a mistake I see my students make. They try to become friends with clients or potential clients. If you want my honest opinion, try to keep professional relationships because it will be better for you in the long run. Now, before the call, try to be clear that you are both on the same page, that you are having this call in order to discover your services, your offers, your proposal. So try to use the same language as your prospect during the call. For example, you can mirror them a little. If they are very serious, very stiff, you can try to be a bit more calm and not be very expressive, very talkative. The most important thing is to make them feel comfortable and also keep your positive energy and confidence. There will be more details on the sales script, which I've attached with this course. Here we can go over some key points. So you gotta start the call by setting the stage. Hi Ina, I'm looking forward to getting to know you better. As I understand, we are in this call because you're interested in potentially working together. Is that correct? They should say yes, actually, that's what I'm interested in. Oh, great. So we have only 15 minutes or 30 or 40 minutes, so you decide about the length of the call. Great, so as we only have 30 minutes, in order to maximize our time, I will be asking some questions regarding your Instagram and business goals, just to make sure we are a right fit. And by the end, I can answer any of the questions that you might have. Is that okay? Now, here, keep in mind, is not your time to talk. You should not allow them to bombard you with questions. So it's you who starts to ask them questions. Now, if they jump in saying, no, I just wanted to ask something about my Instagram, or I just wanted to ask about the price, you can jump and say, yes, of course, I can answer any questions you have, but first let's make sure we are on the same page and to see how I can help you. Is that okay? Now, generally, that's okay. They will agree. If they know that their questions will get answered by the end, they will agree. So you want to start by understanding at which point they are, and don't want to start by asking what is their problem. These are some of the questions you can start off. Because I don't have a name, I'm gonna use my name. So Ina, let me know, why did you book this call today and what are you hoping to accomplish with your Instagram? They might say, I want to grow my Instagram, I want to attract more clients with my Instagram, I need to make more engaging content, I keep hearing about this content strategy, I need to attract more clients. Or they might say, I just don't have the time for my Instagram. Or I have no idea how Instagram works. So you can get all kinds of answers. Then you jump by asking, yeah, I totally understand that. So what are some goals for your Instagram in the next 3 to 6 months? Or what are the goals for your business in the next 3 to 6 months? You can also ask, what would you want to achieve if we work together? Now with these answers, you will understand if you can really help them, if you can really work together, because you're not going to work with just any client. For example, if you have no idea how to work and grow an influencer account, you don't have to take an influencer account. You can only take business accounts. If you don't know how to help a product-based account, accounts or businesses that are selling products like t-shirts or stickers or candles, if you have no idea, you don't have to take them over. Other questions you can ask. What is the main obstacle for you right now? Or what have you tried so far that is not working? Like this, you can understand if the problem is the time, the strategy, the content. So you try to see into which of your services or packages they are falling under. After they answer, you can say something like, oh yeah, I see. Thank you for sharing this with me. Based on your answers, it sounds like I really can help you achieve XYZ. So you need to repeat what they say. Use their keywords. Do not explain your processes here. You don't need to go into details of what you do, how you do it, etc., etc. Here you explain the results and what you can do for them. Things that you know you can provide and achieve results, not processes. This will help you, believe me. So how does that sound? Yeah, it sounds good. Now, based on the conversation so far, are you ready to start working together? Now here you can let them in silent if they are thinking. You might feel the need to fill in the void with words. Let them think, let them sit in silent because they are processing it. So wait for their answer. Now, if they have more questions, okay, great, happy to answer your questions. What questions do you have? They might ask, how does it work, etc., etc. So here you can start to talk and explain your processes. If they ask for prices, first you need to see and confirm that they are really interested and they are willing to hire you. So if it's okay, you share your packages and prices if you feel comfortable. If you see it's weird, it's off, and they really will not be hiring anyone, they're just trying to get some free advice or some answers, you do not need to give them any price. If they have no more questions and you feel comfortable about sharing the price, you can say, yeah, based on our conversation here, I see you falling under this package. So this is what I can do for you, this and that. It will start at this price point. If you do not feel comfortable about sharing the price over the phone, you can always refer back to the script, and you can say something like, yeah, great, I know exactly how to help you. I'm gonna make a list of all the services I can provide for you. I'm gonna send you an email. I'm gonna break down the prices and everything, and then we can talk more about the agreement, the contract to set in place, and everything else. How does that sound? Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Now, there are some things to keep in mind. You might have clients who do not want to have a contract, and that's a red flag because the contract is there to help you. We're gonna go over the contract on another lesson. These calls can be fun. These calls can be a great learning experience for you. You do not need to share what you are not comfortable sharing. You try to get them to talk and speak and try to get them to understand that they need you and the results that you can provide for them. So if you want to share prices and services and packages over the call, you can definitely do that. What I do is I send them a list over email with packages. I give them options. I give them price points. You can also agree on their own budget. Like if they say, I know you're charging 600, but my budget is only 200. Then what you can do is remove some of the services. So save some time for yourself. You do not have to say, oh my God, that is so low, I cannot do that for this price. You can remove some services, offer something a bit more specific to give them some quick results, to help them up to some point for their price point, and just remove some tasks that are taking time from you. So I hope that makes sense. Now we can talk a bit more about the contracts and invoicing and receiving payments and everything else. Once you've converted a conversation, or once you have a lead that is coming to your discovery call, once the discovery call is positive and you've sent the email with the price breakdown, with the packages and offers and everything, you need to know your workflows. How many days after you sent your first email you check up with them if you didn't receive an answer? What do you do if they answer no? What do you do if they answer yes? Then you send an agreement, you send an invoice. How many days after sending the agreement and the invoicing you wait for them to send the signed contract back and the payment? Basically, you do not start working before they send you the payment. I strongly advise not to do business with anyone without first agreeing on the conditions and signing a contract. The contract is there to protect you, and it's best to be written by a lawyer, but I will save you the trouble. I have my contract template. I will share the template with you. You need to understand it. Please do not use parts you do not understand. You can update it according to your own specific case, and this is my template, but please, I am not liable for anything regarding this contract. It's just a template that you use if you understand. It's just there to help you. Regarding invoicing and taking payments, always ask for a prepayment before starting to work with a client. Now, everyone in the world, they have PayPal, and you can use it to send invoices also and to take payments. You can use Stripe, as they are also spread outside the USA, so it's a very safe and professional way to collect card payments. One of the things that you should make clear with your clients is the work process. So the moment that the agreement is signed, the invoice is sent, you can decide to take prepayments every week, every 2 weeks, every month. You are not supposed to start working without getting paid. This is a good practice to protect you because you are working online and you need to protect yourself and your business. Now, if there are some clients refusing to have a contract, you need to see this as a red flag. You need to explain, this is the way you're running your business. Unfortunately, you cannot start working before a signed agreement and before the paid invoice. Like I said, they can prepay you every week, every 2 weeks. That is completely up to you. So the moment you agree on a starting date, you will send them an invoice and contract with a due date. So the due date is the date when the payments needs to be sent. and you wait for it before starting to work. If you're wondering if there is a platform that can automate all of these processes, Dubsado is quite great. It's free for up to 3 clients. So your first 3 clients, you can automate processes in Dubsado where you automatically send invoicing, contracts, and some workflows. Okay, superstar, so you are prepared. You know what to do on your discovery call. But what happens if you are getting the main objection that we usually get on calls? That they cannot afford it. So in this section, we will go over the main objection you might get from the client, which is obviously the price. Now you might even be getting DMs asking you immediately about your rates, but here is how to answer if they haven't booked a call yet. You can say, "Hi, thank you for reaching out. Before I answer this question, can you tell me exactly what you're looking for? In which area do you need more help with content creation, marketing, strategy, Instagram management, or other?" Now, based on their answer, you can say, "There are different packages I offer depending on my client's needs. This is why I propose free calls to those who are interested in having a more in-depth conversation. Now, if we do hop on a call, depending how the conversation goes, my packages range from 300 to 3000. So here you give a range, the range that you have for your own packages. You don't necessarily need to do that, but if you feel like they're insisting, this is how you can answer. Based on the conversation we had here, it really seems like I can help you with XYZ. Let me know if you have the time to hop on a call and talk about it." Together with this answer, you can attach your link, your Calendly link, so they can see your calendar. Calendly, it's another free tool. You're gonna have a list of tools provided with this course, and you can integrate it with your Zoom, with your Google Calendar, so it's amazing. You can just have your Calendly link, you send it, they book a date, they book a time. The notification will come with your email. It's gonna be on your Google Calendar. It's gonna be registered on your Zoom. It's the best thing you can do for your business. Now, like I said, "I don't have the money" is the most common reason. You can always ask them to give you their budget and create a personalized package for them. So you remove some of the services and fit into their budget. Hey, superstar Instagram manager, are you still with me? I am so proud of you. You are becoming a real business owner. Now, in order to be in this line of business, you can be a freelance, an entrepreneur, you can register yourself. So there are some legal parts. But the moment you decide to start charging and you start charging for your services is the moment to be ethical and register your business. These are some of my advices, and then depending on the country where you are, the regulations might change. And this is somehow the only boring part of this job of working for yourself, especially for not so organized people like me, guilty. Now, for those of you in the United States, the options are an LLC or a sole proprietorship. The sole proprietorship is the simplest way because it's a free and easy to set up. Now, with this, there are no legal separation between you, the owner, and the business. So you will not have a liability protection. Now, if you want liability protection, you can file for a single member LLC and be protected in case of legal issues. Because here, you and the business are two separate entities. You will have a cost depending on the country where you live, but that is all the information I have, unfortunately. Now, I'm currently based in Europe, I'm in France, and the European Union has somehow a similar way to treat this. You can register as a freelance, as an auto-entrepreneur, and for earnings up to 30K per year, you really pay zero taxes, which is great. I have no further information for other countries, and if you need more information, feel free to ask on the forum. I will try to help you as much as I can. As a beginner, it's more than suitable for you to start as a freelance or a sole proprietor. If you are in another country, please make sure to do some research, ask other freelancers how they are registering themselves, how do they pay their taxes. You can also ask your question in the forum, you can send me a message, I will try to help you as much as I can. My top 3 hacks as an Instagram manager to give you more likes and comments, more followers, and more DMs. The third one is super special. I'm sure you never heard it before, and it's gonna really boost all your engagement. Wait until the end of this video. This is why I said that. Now, before jumping to the juicy part, I want to encourage all of you to please stay away fake likes, fake engagement, fake followers, fake everything. If you are a business, then you're just talking to yourself. You have no real potential clients talking to. If you're an influencer or creator and you want to have more brand deals, they know, they have sophisticated software, they will know everything. So be aware not to be blacklisted as a creator and to have a clean profile. These 3 tips will work even better if you already have a target audience. Before I jump to my first tip, please do not obsess about likes. I know it's nice, like even me, I love to have a lot of likes. It boosts our confidence, it's always nice, but do not relate first not your confidence with likes, it doesn't matter. Now you can even hide the number of likes. I will show you right here how you can hide the number of likes even for one post or all the posts you want. So it's not even important anymore. What you should use as a measure for your Instagram success is DMs. So all the messages and all the requests you get by DM, those are the real measure of your success. And I will explain this even better on this video. Let's start with the first one, how to get more likes and more comments. It's easy. Every time you post, you should not have it empty. You should have a caption, you should have a description, you should have some hashtags. I explain everything about hashtags on my guide and on my previous video down below. So you already know you need to use those. How to optimize your captions to get more likes. It might sound easy, but it's not, believe me. The moment you ask questions, comment down below if you agree. You say, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. You say, double tap if you agree. People will have a more boost to answer and to reply and also have an idea what to say. Because for example, let me take my phone. I'm here, I'm on Instagram, I'm scrolling. So instead of just saying, oh, great picture, or maybe even not commenting because I have no reason to comment, if I'm gonna see a question, it's gonna be much more easy to comment. Now, as I said, it might sound so easy, just ask questions, but ask questions and it will boost more engagement. Let me show you exactly what to do to get more followers. I'm gonna share my screen here with you. So you know you need to have a list of 10 Instagram accounts that are similar to you or that are in your niche, and those followers would really appreciate your content as well. So you will go even daily to these accounts, you will check the last posts, you will go there, you will check their commenters. Okay, especially when they have a lot of commenters, I'm gonna check the list and you're gonna see one of the commenters. Gonna take this example right here. I'm gonna go like the 3 last posts of this commenter. I'm gonna go comment on the 3 last posts of this commenter. And I'm gonna follow those that I am sure will be interested in my feed and in my content. So they will definitely follow you back, at least half of them. I will not guarantee, but you're gonna get a lot of followers doing this every day. Now let's talk about getting you more DMs, and as a business you know how important the DMs are. They are leads and they are potential clients. As a creator or blogger, you know they are super important because that's engagement. And you might have noticed the moment you are DMing with someone or with a friend, you go to the homepage and you will immediately see their posts even if it was 2 days ago. So the other way goes around too, that they will see your post as well. So this is super important. What will you do right now? As per step 2, you now are following potential clients, potential leads, some ideal audience, some ideal followers. So you have them on your home feed, you have them on your storyline. Now I will show you again. What you will do right now is to go on your home feed, to check everyone who has a story. Do this daily, even 10 minutes a day. I'm not saying to go crazy with it. You don't have to answer to all of the stories. You can put a little clap, put a little heart, put something very nice, and you got to answer to all of those, my friends. This will count as engagement, will count as a DM. They will probably see, they will answer, and that's super good for your business and for your account. They might follow you, they might answer back. The thing is to keep in mind to be nice. Like, be nice, and please do not go and ask them, follow me back, or do not go and ask them, please like my picture, because that's so weird. Like, everyone has its own right. I answer if I want to answer, and I follow if I want to follow. So you don't need to go and ask people to do that, because it's just a turn off. You go and follow even if it's 10 per day. You go and like even if it's 10 per day. You go and comment even if it's 10 per day, and answer to those stories. Hey superstar, thank you for completing the course. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I would like to help you as much as I can. I hope you have really enjoyed the course and got some useful strategies that are going to help you start your own online business as an Instagram manager and start working with clients. Now let's have a quick review of everything you have learned so far. We started with a quick job description for you to understand this type of business on a day-by-day basis. We talked about choosing a profitable niche for you and a business category that inspires you so that you are happy to start working when you wake up every morning. We went into so many details about content strategy and pillars. You are now equipped with a full 30-day content calendar so that you can start your own account the right way and also use the same strategies to start and maintain clients' accounts. Isn't that great? We also learned about Instagram marketing and how to use the features like the Instagram bio, highlights, stories, caption, content, hashtags, and every possible feature with the purpose to attract clients. We went into even more details with your workbook and other resources attached to the course to make sure that you will set up a successful Instagram account so that it will be all you will need to get clients from Instagram itself. So this is not one of those courses that is listing like 100 different places to go and hunt for clients. Here you learned how to have clients find you and do that by focusing on Instagram itself. Next, we went into more details about the metrics and analytics and learned how to read and use the Instagram insights to reach our goals. As you noticed, everything is updated to the 22 algorithm and interface. Do not hesitate to come back to these lessons and refer to the key learning points. You will also receive templates, hashtag banks, caption bank, content calendar, sales scripts, checklists, and workbooks that you can download and keep for future reference. As a bonus, you will also get my Instagram organic growth ebook, to which you can go back and refer anytime for the most successful Instagram engagement strategies that I have ever used. Here you have also learned how you can price your services and reach your income goals, how you can handle client goals, and also how to handle the #1 objection in our line of business. So basically you learned how to turn a no into a yes when a potential client says that they cannot afford your services. We discussed a little about the legal side of things and taxes, about registering yourself as a freelance, self-employed, or business. Now I'm guessing that you are from all over the world, and I could not really go into details for every country of the world, right? So in order to help you specifically, you're more than welcome to send a message or post your question into the course asking about further details, and I will try to help you with what I can. As always, I value your feedback and honest review because I'd love to know how I can further help you and enrich this course in the near future. Thank you so much for being part of this. I can't wait to see you succeed.